Hey there! So today we have another blind beers. This is number 4 of the evening, and don't worry, we've been dumping a little bit of the beer, so we actually haven't had that much yet. So this is another blind beer. We got 2 out of 3 so far. Let's see if we can get this one correct. So this beer comes in a light amber color, I want to say. Deep oak light amber color. Has a little bit of light chill haze to it, slightly off-white head. Oh wow! So this is pumpkin beer. Tons of that kind of cinnamony allspice thing. Oh man, this smells like freaking.
Yeah, it's like walking into a country store or something.
A lot of the pumpkin beers can be pumpkin pie-y. This one smells like a Cinnabon. So
It's like you're in the mall walking by a Cinnabon.
yeah, it smells like Cinnabon. It smells like confectionery sugar. Very cinnamony intense. A lot of them can be allspice, nutmeg driven. This one is Cinnabon Fondaise. It has that kind of like a brown sugared sweetness to it, almost as if you had like candied pecans on there or something.
Cinnamon, brown sugar, I would agree.
Cinnamon, tons of brown sugar. It just like pops out of the glass.
Love the foam one.
Very cinnamony. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, what the hell? So, I know for a fact that Funky Buddha
Kinda
makes
tastes like
a potato. No, not potato.
Sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole. It's either that or pumpkin beer. I don't think it's pumpkin beer. It has that vanilla kind of marshmallow sweetness to it.
Well, I'll give you a hint. It's not sweet potato casserole.
It's not sweet potato casserole.
Okay.
Well, you're not supposed to tell me that anyway. But that's my closest guess I can take. It actually, a lot of the pumpkin beers generally in their base has a kind of like amber / brown ale kind of thing, something with a little bit more malt and crystal malt to it. This one doesn't actually have that much malt sweetness to it. I suspect it might have a little bit of vanilla or some like vanilla to imitate.
There's probably some vanilla extract.
Vanilla extract to imitate that kind of marshmallow flavor.
I'll give you another hint.
You don't have to. No more hints. I think this is their take on a kind of a sweet potato casserole. Maybe it's not the one from Funky Buddha. I don't think it's their take on a pumpkin beer. If this is their take on a pumpkin pie beer or whatever, sure it is. But to me, it tastes more like Cinnabon. It tastes more like a cinnamon sweet potato casserole. So that is my final guess. Reveal.
I'll give you. Wait.
You're not supposed to give me information. I'm supposed to full blind guess the beer. So can we?
Yeah.
Okay. So reveal. So what is this?
Blueberry cobbler.
Blueberry.
See, I was gonna say there's fruit in it, but it's not pumpkin.
Blueberries.
But this can
cinnamon.
was canned in May, so
That's
June,
fine.
July. It's about 3 months old, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah,
Cinnamon
I am
pops.
not getting that blueberry went quick. Do you like even though I know it's blueberry?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was gonna tell you to try to look for it or look for
Nope.
a fruit.
I mean, now with the power of suggestion, I'm like all of a sudden smelling it under that cinnamon.
And it's funny because I'm not.
I get some candy fruit
This
character.
is like Cinnabon the beer. This is almost like a Southern Tier beer. You know how they make like, the Girl Scout cookie flavored beers and chocolate and all that.
This is nothing.
This is big.
There's
to
a
me, this is
little
Cinnabon.
hints of that kind of blueberry thing. Now you mention it, but it really is not there. This is a cinnamon
I
vanilla
think
beer.
it faded very quick. I have had this beer before, and I remember it being
3 months should
exactly
not
as
fade that quickly.
advertised, where it did taste exactly like blueberry cobbler, where it tastes like real fruit. Like I'm sure they use blueberry puree in here.
No, it might be. I would guess blueberry
If they
flavoring.
did,
For sure, I'd guess blueberry flavoring.
See, and again,
Funky Buddha, post in the comments.
Anyway,
I'm pretty happy with it.
It was made in Florida at
Yeah.
the original brewery.
This is not their take on. Obviously not their take on
blueberry,
pumpkin pie
vanilla,
beer.
and cinnamon.
But vanilla and cinnamon pops. I would relabel
To
this
me,
as
it's a cinnamon bomb.
Cinnabon.
Yeah,
A cinnamon bomb, but cinnamon.
Yeah, it's
Vanilla and cinnamon,
If you're
boom.
drinking it as Cinnabon the beer,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. Like
I would
that,
also
and it's a
try to-
nice little dessert beer, and it's not too strong. It's 5.4.
If I was making a Cinnabon beer, though, I'd probably use a little bit of, like, I don't know, something like Victory, Crystal, Brown Malt, something to like really bump it up, make it that little bit more Maillard kind of reaction, because the base beer is actually very light. But I think that's their try to take on fruit beer. I don't
On
know.
a related note, how do you like your dessert beers? For me, dessert beers should be big, sticky.
That's what I'm saying.
you know,
Those beers should have a little bit more malt character behind it.
Like when you're making a, for lack of a better term, sessionable dessert beer,
Uh-huh.
it's like, okay, that cinnamon and vanilla is nice, but it's kind of the same note over and over. But I mean, if you have a sweet tooth, you might like this.
As it warms up, by the way, there's a little bit like this kind of weird tart fruity thing that dances around. Again, it's power suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
Full blind,
I mean,
though,
I
so
like
much cinnamon,
it.
so much vanilla.
I like it, but I'm also disappointed that it's really lacking the blueberry. I mean, it could.
It's also
be,
really lacking beer. Like the base beer
does it
sort
come
of
across as like a flavored malt beverage to you, or?
it just it lacks any really like true malt character to really bump up those kind of bakery notes
Yeah.
of what you're
Or
looking.
like a hard soda or something like that. Or...
It honestly tastes like a little bit like a blonde ale that someone threw cinnamon sticks into. Like it's so cinnamony.
I could see that.
For me, I don't like this. This is.
I like it.
Let's go with 77. I don't know. Who knows?
Like I said, when this first came out, and I don't know if it was before or after they got acquired, but I remember this beer being way better. And right now, it's not bad. It's on Untapped. On Untapped, I'd probably honestly give this probably a 4 out of 5 just because it's tasty and easy to
4 out
drink.
of 5. Yeah, nice.
If we're grading this to style, I mean, it depends what style you're going by.
Cool.
But again, I'd have to penalize it for they're marketing this as a blueberry beer, and I'm getting next to no blueberry.
Yeah, it should be a little bit more jammy and like.
If they're calling this Cinnabon the beer, it might be close to a 5. Well, maybe
yeah, in the flavor, but it doesn't really match as a beer, right?
Yeah.
They hit the cinnamon and vanilla fine, but the beer itself doesn't really hit there, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Fun beer.
Yeah. So yeah,
Interesting, I should say.
got pretty close. Definitely got cinnamon and vanilla in there.
This is one you could give to your parents or something like that. Somebody who's not a beer drinker, they might just
Novelty
enjoy the novelty of it.
So until next time, guys. Cheers. Pretty sure I got this one later.